Ah, with Olivier in the party, it is truly the springtime of youth. Come, let us enjoy our freedom together.
Speaking of enjoying freedom together, where are the Bittersweet gamers?
During this time of quarantine?
And I'm we squared. Way to undercut the tone, man.
Ah, Billy, your pain. My heart trembles as I consider it. Worry not, my friend. We shall make the best of it together.
How goody. Somebody please help. He's gonna be like this all day.
We do have one or two small bits around town first, though. Of course we do. This is Crossbell. There's nothing but stuff happening constantly that is interesting everywhere you go. Darn the bad luck. If I remember correctly, Patiri's old gang was a bunch of kids in like the poor part of town, so she just knows how to take care of kids.
That makes sense.
How long have you dorks been here while people have been saying nice things to me? You didn't see anything. Got it? Aw, no need to be shy. Seriously, it was actually kind of nice to see that you're not really a violent thug all the time. Whatever, it wasn't any big deal. So what if I helped those wimps out of a jam? It's like Cynthia always says, you gotta be attractive, attentive to the, I don't know, the needs of the customers. You can tell I'm not good at this.
You know, Patiri, you've really grown up.
Ah!
That's sure weight off my shoulders.
Machias? Who the hell do you think you are? Since when am I a weight on your wimpy ass shoulders? You looking for a fight, glasses?
Ah, there she is. Well, there's a statement I need to walk back.
You probably should have seen that coming. Talk shit, get hit.
Well said. Well said.
I'm gonna remember that and use it frequently in my personal life. There will be no consequences of this, I'm sure. You got that, Machias?
Now, Patiri, you always want to give the customer a big smile to brighten their day.
I can hardly believe what I'm seeing.
You're telling me that woman teaching her must be a saint.
Talk shit, get hit.
As I thought, the one behind all these purchases...
The mysterious purchases from the business that is dark that they have been kind of complaining about. I no mistake in it. It's Christ and Connie! They're at it again! I said that's what it was, and that's what it is! What's the script, Hugo? You trying to buy up the whole of Crossbell or something?
Hugo Pleiss? He was a classmate of yours, right? Why do you think he's personally involved?
Because he's trying to kill me! Couldn't it be anyone else? I know how that wee snake does business. I knew he'd been up to something ever since we were back in school. Fine, if that's how he wants to play it, then I've got an idea or two of my own.
I bet this is just one giant attempt to get her attention.
It probably is. They're meant to be together.
Like, you look at the businesses he purchased on a map of Crossbell and, like, connect a line to them, and it's like, will you marry me, Becky?
We have to act quick. We cannot let them buy up anything else. I'll do anything I can to help.
You seem pretty busy. Sounded like they were talking about Heimdall's economy. I'm surprised to hear Hugo's name brought up, though.
No kidding. I guess Becky's old rival's been up to a lot since our time at Thor's. Maybe he is just trying to crush her spirit. I knew it was Hugo. Yes, Chairman Moores, there are some personal feelings involved. Maybe an Ortis or something will find Hugo. It's gotta be Ortis next.
That makes sense, especially given the reveals we've gotten about Muse. And of course, in the flashback with Eustace, Milliam, and Sarah, we were at the fort right outside Ortis. Vivi's hard at work, huh? Oh, whoa! Aren't you Prince Oliver?
You like how he's just like, oh, it's Oliver. And there's Bishop in the back.
Meow.
Every time we've been talking to soldiers around town, they're always like, that's not the prince, is it? But then Rains is just like, oh, it's Oliver. No, no, no! I am the drifting poet, Olivier. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Yeah, I've heard you were Oliver. Man, you're going to surprise the intelligence division for sure. I'm not even going to ask why.
And then he immediately goes to intelligence division.
Just please be careful. His Highness, Ashen Chevalier, and a whole cast of other crazy characters. That's certainly some group you've got there. I wish I could interview you all. Anyway, the people you're up against are no joke, so try to be careful, okay?
And then he talks about the society. It's like I said, this man is not who he seems, and if Tio or Randy got to talk to him, it would be quite amusing, I'm sure. Or Lecter, I guess.
Is that Koppe?
Yes, of course it is Koppe.
Oh, excellent.
Now it is time for a quest with Koppe, where you have to feed him fish, and he gets to eat it together with Celine. I mean, I have no idea, but...
Oh.
Huh? That cat.
It's the same one that was on the Special Support Section's roof. What is it doing here?
My, what a curious little fellow.
Meow.
I know we're in the middle of something, but there's always time to stop and pet the kitty. Celine, can you talk to him? You better appreciate this. You know I don't like this guy. Him.
Yeah.
Well, leave it to me to be on the cat wavelength, I guess.
Meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like it when cats make that noise. Did
you learn anything?
He's looking for a girl. A human girl, actually.
Oh, the one that must always be playing with him at the station?
Yeah, Mimi's her name.
Mimi.
Come to think of it, I saw him with a girl in the central square.
Meow. Meow, meow. Meow.
One thing I never did was write down in Trails in the Sky first chapter the cat language, because cats in every game talk in the cat language until you get to Cold Steel 3 where it's a different translation. So they're doing this, but it's like they didn't realize that there was actually a cat language and it could be put together, but that's just one of those aspects I've never known.
Whoa, seems like this is getting pretty intense.
Did something happen to the girl? She's trying to go to Michelin on the opposite side of the lake.
My boat?
She's always wanted to talk to Lloyd. If that's who she keeps waiting for.
That's true, that's
every
true.
time we walk by and talk to her. Someone she knows is being held there, and she wants to save them. That's...
the birdcage.
Celine, can you try to get more information? What do you think I am? Fine. So this Mimi girl tried to go to Michelin in order to save someone from being captured, and according to Koppe, she said she was going by bus.
Can you get there by bus? Isn't it on an island?
Yes, that's correct.
But there's no buses I know of that can take you from Crossbell City to Michelin.
Okay, it's not actually on an island, but there is no way that you can get there by bus.
Okay.
You could if there was a bus route, but there's not.
Okay. I think the only ways are the cruise ship and the railway from the medical college. And you couldn't catch a whiff of her scent on the pier, right?
Yeah, that's why Koppe's worried. Judging from what I heard, the situation isn't too extreme. Yes, it would be nice if we could help, but we need to get to Stargazer's tower.
Really, Olivier?
We should let Reen decide.
Okay. He's abdicating authority.
Let's help. It's related to the birdcage. I see. I wholeheartedly agree. Well, no objections from us. AP is AP.
Celine, can you tell Koppe the good news?
Yeah, you softies.
Quest guy wants to know what the hell you people are doing. Quest guy's face. Must check bus stops. Stupid kitties. Koppe gets character portrait. I don't like him. We lucked out and found the right bus. Sad man runs awkwardly.
This is Mimi's father.
Ah, bus breaks down after being attacked by monsters, just like in the Crossbell games. I like that Olivier is holding Koppe.
Of course he is.
Can I just say that I love that Koppe the cat gets a quest?
I do too.
Woo!
I told ya! These poor buses. They're always getting attacked by monsters. Come on, Koppe, fight with us!
Kitty cat saves the day. Hey, Celine. Meow.
Meow.
Koppe wins in the end. Sir, you'll be returning at 2 p.m., is that correct?
Yes, I'll be back in time for the meeting at 3 p.m.
Father!
Oh, Marcius. The rest of you are here too, I see. So, it seems you've decided to work with Reed.
Yes, it's my belief that this doesn't go against my duties as an inspector. Like I said last night, this is the path I've chosen.
Very well. Then I expect you to walk it through to the end. Though I think going to a political school may have been the easier route for you.
Says the man who graduated from a political school only to end up surrounded by nobles at City Hall.
Whom I am working tirelessly to destroy. Too true, too true. Do you have a meeting soon, sir? Ah, yes. I plan on meeting with Speaker McDowell in Michelin.
Oh!
Sir, I don't know if anything will come of it, but I wanted to hear his opinion on the 8 Metropolis plan. Like I've always said, Governor Regnitz is honest. It's just that he is the face of the group that I oppose, darn it.
Right.
Let's each of us fight hard for what we believe in. Yeah.
Agreed. Oh, by the way, is that the prince with you?
As a humble civil servant of the Imperial family, I feel I should say something about this, but it is my hope that a certain nameless, wandering minstrel stays safe. I've received your message loud and clear. Do give the speaker my regards.
He's not fooling anyone in the know.
Yeah, anybody who knows him just looks at him and is like, okay, come on, seriously? The junior SSS, Liu, Henri, and Momo saw a man dressed like a tourist running into the law office. Well, I have no idea who's going to be here, but Lecter, when he was in Crossbell, was wearing this ridiculous Hawaiian Hawaiian shirt, some khaki shorts, and these dumb-looking pink sunglasses. So, I feel a presence. However, that's not who it was. Looks like that man is not dressed like a tourist in any way, shape, or form.
Then why would they say that? This isn't good. The Governor General's guard is stronger than we thought. This may be a code 308. We need to call it into headquarters right away.
Is this some sort of Calvary guy?
Oh, housekeeping?
Hey, did anyone hear that? Something like 308?
That's strange. I thought I locked all the doors.
What the? That was some weird guy.
A burglar, perhaps?
Dressed in a suit? Well, maybe, but something's really off here. Especially how they ran straight for the hidden passage. Your Highness, can we spare the time? Of course. I'll protest when you try to save an innocent child, but when it comes to chasing down a burglar, we can't simply leave them to their own devices. Let's go after them. Now what? Reed and the others split up to search the geofront, but they couldn't find the man who fled.
He must be one of those ninja I keep hearing about. I can't believe we lost him. I sensed a presence, but...
Considering how agile he was, he can't be a normal person. But that being said, I don't think he's affiliated with the Society.
He looked far too tame!
He's got to have some connection with Calvary, even if it's through Heiyue. There's no reason for a Jaeger Corps to be in Crossbell right now either. If anything, it seems like they're trying to avoid being seen. So, not the Society, and not a Jaeger, yet they're skilled enough to run from us.
Your Highness, Could it be?
I know tensions are running high along the border, but... I mean, of course I was right on this! Agents from the Republic. Have they infiltrated their way into Crossbell? Well, wild speculation suggests that, you know. Do you understand, BSG? But if it's true, we can't handle this matter on our own.
I see. We can't ignore the society either.
Well, we can't chase them both down. We'll have to leave one group for the others, right? Yeah, as you said, it's only speculation for now. Either way, we'd better let the army know. Oh, be sure you don't tell them about moi. A gentleman must keep his air of mystery, you know?
Yeah, air of mystery. Uh-huh.
Did you say moi? There goes the serious mood we built up.
In any event, this doesn't bode well. Let's finish up here and head to Stargazer's tower.
Darn! I must admit, I was expecting more. But it is good to see that, you know, the Republic is actually here. I don't mean that to say because I'm pro-Republic or something. They ought to be doing things, and they are. Aha!
Uh-huh?
I've been wondering about Douglas. Douglas wasn't a particularly important character or anything. He was like the vice commander of the CGF.
Uh-huh.
And I had been wondering what happened to him, because there's no way, I thought there'd be no way that he would actually keep his job, but I guess he actually did. But it looks like Sonya, who's a fairly important character in Zero and Azure, like Franz says here, looks like Sonya did in fact get sacked. She's probably at Michelin as well. It doesn't really mean too much if you don't already know these people, but that was a concern that I'd had, and I'm glad to get the answer.
Awesome.
Aha! Orbital bikes! Those very things we rode just a few minutes ago when I had Koppe in my lap! What a surprise! I assume these have been mass-produced by RF? Yeah, they were released just this spring. If we remove the sidecars, they'll be much more maneuverable. I don't want to steal Elliot's spotlight, but they'd be perfect for a little musical tour of sorts. And they would be even more exquisite with a lovely beauty in the sidecar. Perhaps I'll invite Shara once everything's been cleared up.
Yes, then you can go drinking with her.
Come on, how am I supposed to plan around something like this?
Oh, there's Lecter. Oh, I hadn't even thought about this. Now he's saying, why, Prince, are you just wandering off? I can't let you do that. Major Lecter. No, it's you.
Come on, Schwarzer. I know you usually get some unconventional help with your government requests, but I don't know about this one.
I suppose I do understand where you're coming from, but even so, I'd like his help.
Reen.
I'd rather not hear such objections from the most unconventional member of your little club. I hear that debaucherous Prince Olivert has rented out Michelin Wonderland all to himself today. Perhaps you should head there yourself and frolic with him and Mishy. I'm sure he'd enjoy it.
I think I'll pass. I'm pretty busy myself, so I'll let you be. Stay safe out there.
And he lets him go.
Well, I mean, technically Reen has the authority to get help from whoever he wants.
Well, this is just like another example of Lecter being quite insubordinate. He is very independent. Very independent.
Schwarzer, a word of advice. Watch out for the wings on that purple ion.
The wings, huh?
If it's like the one before, it can fire a flurry of tracking beams.
Oh, yes.
With your Ashen Knife, you might be able to do something about it. You...
A moment. Since I have this chance, I'd like you to relay a message to the Chancellor and Rufus for me.
Oh.
Though my wings have been stolen and my blade lost, I yet have the gun and the rose kept safely in my heart.
In other words, I will never stop.
If you lose your way and take this nation in a poor direction with you, I shall send you another message.
One of the doors in Sky Third is a big scene involving Olivier and Osborne, and Olivier is like, I will send him a message.
Nice.
So he's calling directly back to that. he will never give up, and he will never stop opposing Osborne, and that is freaking awesome, and really he should just stick around.
Your Highness.
Message received, Your Highness.
With that concluded, let us away to the field exercise camp. Okay.
Yes!
That was so cool. But then again, I really like Olivert. I think that's obvious.
Yes, you've made that abundantly clear.
He's basically always the protagonist. He's like overall the leader of the Trail's protagonist faction.
Is there any chance of you reconsidering, Your Highness?
Of course not. Now, my name is Olivier, the Hunter of Love. Do try to remember it. I've more or less done right by the Intelligence Division, so don't even worry your little head over such a trifling matter. Man, you really haven't changed at all, Your Highness. Thank God. Oh, I simply cannot believe the trade conference was 2 long years ago. Seeing your faces again, I'd think it was only yesterday, and my rear still hurts from that time Jingo pushed me off a building. But as for dear sweet Tita, it's been 4 years since you and this humble bard last met, hasn't it? Simply too long.
Yeah, I agree.
I wish you could come along. We can all reminisce, see?
You, Estelle, Joshua, Agate, Shara. It really seems like no time has passed since we all stormed that flying city together, huh?
No love for Zen? We mustn't forget Princess Claudia and Zen were with us too. But what confection could match the sweetness of fond memories with dear friends? That seems like quite a story. Yeah, but we'll have to save it for another time, like the bike ride there or something. Let's head to Stargazer's tower. How are Yuna and the others doing? Still pretty bad, but I know they'll get through it.
If you guys are going to move out, all of us here at the branch campus will back you up.
We're counting on it.
Isn't that right, Major? I have no objections. We were able to secure a track route leading in, so there should be no issue preparing that, correct?
Yes, thank you. And thank you too, Tita.
Of course, we're all set.
Still can't wait to have you in the team. For someone like me, who was never in a single place growing up, Crossbell's the only place that's ever really felt like home. It's so frustrating that I can't be the first one to run and help. Thinking about them losing their freedom makes me feel like I'm gonna go crazy. Randy. But I'm lucky that I'm part of the branch campus, because I can still help out in some small way. I'll back you guys up with everything I got. Serene, Your Highness, and everyone else, please save my home. Of course!
Of
and
course.
Stuff. These are always slightly lame. Your home will be safe in our capable hands. I cannot wait until Randy storms in his Hector and starts clubbing that ion around for a few minutes.
I've wanted to thank him this whole time.
Everybody knew that, Yuna.
Yeah.
It was obvious. Speaking of which, I guess there was some concern a few episodes ago that we might have thought that Yuna was blaming Reen.
But we never thought that at all. We completely understood what was going on.
It's not fair for Yuna to blame Reen, I agree. And she didn't?
No, she was asking him for help. In her own way. But she was also venting her frustrations on the closest person that she felt she could.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we didn't comment on that at all. I guess there's some people that misunderstand that scene, and I mean, I'm sorry for them, but don't worry, that did not include us.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
Yeah, the reasons are obvious. No one can expect you to make a complicated emotional journey all the way in a single step.
Right?
I couldn't do anything to save my family. I felt so powerless, and I ended up pinning my frustration on him. And that's what led to this.
She's being too hard on herself.
I see.
It was obvious to everyone around.
Yeah.
I understand now.
And it was obvious to Reen.
Yuna, you just want Instructor Reen to acknowledge you. I think I'm the same. When I accompanied him on his missions, I was tasked with monitoring and supporting him. But he treated me like a child, kept risking himself to protect me, and took on all the burdens himself. I felt so useless.
I'm no different. All I've wanted is for him to recognize my sword skills. I know I still have far to go, but I feel like what happened in Sutherland helped me grow, at least a little. Yuna, I believe this is your opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
Huh?
Way to go, Kurt.
Instructor Reen left you a message. I'll play it now.
Well, that's why they were entrusted with taking care of her.
Yeah.
Yuna, the members of the Special Support Section are, without a doubt, heroes. I can't help but think each one of them are truly great people. Him included. But are you okay with simply looking up to them forever?
Ha! Nice.
Calls out the hero worship.
Right now, they're trapped, unable to protect their home.
But she can't.
So who's going to be the one to protect Crossbell in their absence?
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Are preparations complete?
Yes. Now we make for Stargazer's tower after we talk to everyone in camp.
You know who we're up against. We'd better be ready for them.
You're right.
Who knows? Presumably Vita's going to show up there too. I believe in you guys. Kurt, Altina, and Yuna. They'll come rushing in with the cavalry, and it will be excellent.
Yes. No, Damon, no! Don't get Olivier and Muse in the same conversation! You don't know what you're doing!
Oh my, I must!
Oh? Why, if it isn't a traveling bard come to visit our camp, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Wait, does she recognize him?
Of course she does! I think so.
Oh, it's you! I've heard much about you from my sister, Mildred. The pleasure is all mine. I am the wandering bard known as Olivier Lenheim. I believe you go by Muse Egret, was it?
Precisely.
Ah, subtext. These people don't even talk directly. They only speak in subtext.
So long as you remember my name, I'll be sure to remember yours as well, Olivier.
Uh-huh. Certainly. But I must admit, I'm impressed. Perhaps we might speak again on another occasion. We could even make it a special lesson taught by the one and only Seeker of Love.
That sounds delightful. If Instructor Reen's the one giving the lesson, I'd love to attend.
No, that's not... Oh, I love it so much.
Reen, who is this girl exactly?
I mean, I kind of have an idea, but I have no idea. She seems rather fond of you. Well, I'm not her homeroom teacher, so I don't know much about her, and I have no control over the way she acts. But she's one of Elise's friends from St. Estraya.
Oh, interesting.
There is no way that's the whole story.
Incidentally, none of you can see it, but Damon makes the best hand gestures when he does Olivier's voice.
New equipment for the soldats. Oh, my heart soars!
Watch where you're swinging your arms, Jesus, you almost popped me in the face.
But Billy, do you not understand the true romance?
You're about to understand the romance at the back of my hand if you don't stop swinging.
Oh, there's actually something big.
Huh? Wait, it's you.
But,
So he noticed.
What do you mean, it's you? Oh, Machias? Oh.
Well, he did see the prince only yesterday.
Oh, you must be mistaking me for someone else. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a simple traveling bard. I believe your name is Ash, correct? Of class 8?
Care to tell me how a wandering bard knows that kind of info? Jokes aside, your twerp of a little brother isn't bad.
Huh.
But I think things would get pretty interesting if you took over the family business yourself.
Why, sir, are you trying to incite a revolution? You think so? Ash!
What's wrong, Schwarzer? I'm just talking to some no-name bard about his family business. Wink, wink.
I love Ash so much. I mean, he does have a bad attitude, but he's really intriguing, and that's some guts right there. The fact of the matter is I agree with him, though that's not necessarily what I'm advocating for either. Sorry to disappoint, but I've already decided to devote my life to the pursuit of love.
Nah, that's boring.
Someday, once peace has returned to this land, I plan to live a tranquil life in the countryside, with my sexy sun-kissed lover by my side, of course.
Shit, gotta admit, that sounds pretty nice too. I think I like you. Glad we could meet, Mr. Olivert Lenheim.
Ah, it was my honor. Oh, but surely you meant to say Olivier, yes?
No.
Is this conversation even safe to be listening to? Are we all gonna get arrested?
I feel like I overheard some private information.
Yeah, is that the kind of stuff he should be saying in public? Well, it doesn't seem like His Highness is concerned, so it's probably fine as long as we certainly don't report it to anybody such as Major Michael, right?
Sheesh, the branch campus sure has some real characters in it.
It's-
Okay.
It's so wonderful!
You're pretty interesting, Mr. Bard. I'll be looking forward to hearing you perform.
Oh, I shan't disappoint.
Was that enough innuendo? I can do some more if you need some more innuendo. That's sexual harassment, Major Michael. Oh, are we still doing this bit? She never even told me what she was wearing. Major?
Okay, I'll just see myself out.
If this gets back to my superiors, how am I going to tell Principal LeGuin? I'll need to think of an excuse.
Major! You'll have to think of an excuse?
I'm doing this for your benefit. Could it be? The real Prince Olivert is...
Oh, don't mind me. I'm nothing more than a traveling musician.
Nice try. I would never mistake the prince.
Oh, I see. I take it you're a huge fan of mine, then?
Yes, that's exactly it.
She's really pumped up about this.
Well, in my case, both my parents were big fans from a while back. So I guess you could say I was a fan the moment I was born.
The ages are kind of weird. What, was he like 9 or 10 or something? From a while back.
The prince only recently made his debut at parties. Yes, I hear the only thing known to the public was his name.
When Olivert was in Liberl for the Sky trilogy, he had not yet made his social debut. I mean, people knew about him, of course.
Right. But the way, aristocratic society works.
Right. It kind of elevated his profile.
I wonder who her parents are.
It makes you wonder if maybe that has something to do with Olivier's parentage, perhaps?
Maybe.
I mean, the only thing we know about the parentage is that he's the illegitimate son of the Emperor, so it could have been... The girl, could have been from where she lived. I see. In that case, how could I be anything less than honored you recognized me?
He seems to understand. Or he's just, doing his usual...
But you could look at it in terms of, I get why you have known me for so long.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I, Olivier Lenheim, shall give you a mini autograph.
Wow, thank you.
Well, aren't you well prepared? You pulled a stack out from your pocket?
Prince Olivert's autograph. I'm going to treasure this forever.
It's not the prince's, though. It's some musician's named Olivier. That just makes it even more rare. What an interesting thing to find out.
Yeah!
It doesn't necessarily mean anything, but if you look at Trail's revelations as not necessarily meaning anything...
Stuff like this isn't on accident.
I have been fooled a few too many times to fall for any of it anymore.
Right, Professor Lumen?
But are you okay with simply looking up to them forever? Right now, they're trapped, unable to protect their home.
Reen, you're giving another one of those cheesy speeches. Now you recorded it?
Oh, he's just that good.
So who's going to be the one to protect Crossbell in their absence?
Y'all are being subjected to another one of his speeches and he ain't even saying it.
Is that...
Yeah, the recording he left for her this morning.
Oh, was that your little scheme? How clever! Honestly, listening to it now is kind of embarrassing. I should be used to it, but once she's heard what I have to say, the decision is hers alone. I'm sure she'll do the right thing.
Let's not disturb them. They have to come in and save the day later. I see we have an especially interesting visitor today. I sense something. You must be of the Arnor bloodline.
So you can tell, huh? I'd heard rumors, but I didn't think it could speak so eloquently. I believe last we met was on the Courageous after the Civil War. It is a pleasure to see you again, Valimar.
The feeling is mutual. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten you two had met before.
It almost feels like you two know each other from way back. That bloodline, huh?
It really does, doesn't it?
Hint, hint, hint. All right, we need to head to Stargazer's tower.
What's the best route to take to get there?
The only route possible. South. According to Tio's map, the highway to the south.
It seems that's where the forest road that leads to the tower is.
Were we to journey by orbital bike, it would be a mere hop, skip, and a jump. All right, let's go. And here we are. Okay, this is the entrance. Yeah, Stargazer's tower should be through this forest path.
It seems like it has quite the foreboding atmosphere.
As they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now, friends, let us venture forth and gain!
Anyway, we won't be able to turn back from here.
Got that? You're all ready, right? All right, let's go. Right.
Going down the stairs.
Oh, so we don't actually go through the forest path? Earlier.
But are you okay with simply looking up to them forever? Right now, they're trapped, unable to protect their home. So who's going to be the one to protect Crossbell in their absence?
Seriously? He's always so...
Uh-huh.
I know that already. Does he really think I need to hear any of that crap from him?
Well, clearly you did.
See, she's bringing herself back to normal.
From the sound of it, we're ready to go now. We already have the location, so...
I don't have the equipment or the quartz to equip all you people, darn it.
Come on, we wasted enough time here. Let's get going already.
Huh?
Very nice.
Muse and Dash?
What are you doing here? Got permission from Randolph to tag along.
As for me, I asked Instructor Toa to assign me as your support.
We were gonna go whether they said yes or no, so...
I would have come too if I were able.
But alas, you're not a party member in this game.
Me too. Oh, if only I was able to fight.
Louise and Jessica are one thing, but... How long were you two listening?
A very long time. Yuna expresses everything so fiery. Her kind of coming to terms with her own situation is just as emotional in every direction and fiery as everything else she's ever done.
Yeah.
Reen and the others drove through the dark forest road for some time.
Ooh.
Oh, too bad. It's not that long. Eventually arriving at an ancient tower nestled in the heart of the forest. Last time I was here, had to fight some Sleipnirs and the Stahlritter.
Oh god, not more Sleipnirs.
Even ran around here with Archduke Albert of Remiferia. He was smart enough to stay out of the way in fights.
Not many NPCs do that.
So this is Stargazer's tower. It dates back to the Dark Ages, but this feeling. Most definitely the higher elements are here.
What is this? There's a strange sensation on the back of my neck.
It seems it's so strong, even someone without spiritual senses can feel it.
There's no doubt about it. All of the mana in Crossbell is being drained to this location through the spirit veins.
So the ions are sucking it up through the veins in order to be able to operate at some level or other? Indeed. I feel it as well. It radiates a pale blue, perhaps with a touch of scarlet thrown in as well.
Your Highness, you can tell?
I'm rather surprised by that, but I guess it's the blood. Both you and your sister have a surprising amount of magical power. Is it because of the ancient blood of the Arter line? That certainly seems to be the case, though I know little of the particulars. It's not like I ever asked for this. So that thing perched on the roof is that ion from last night, correct?
Oh!
Yeah, though it looks different from the gigantic one we fought in Hamel. It seems like it's a new model of the flight-type ion that was used to destroy the Republic's army. I guess it can't really do much without the Septarian powering it. That is such BS!
It can do enough!
But if it charges up enough mana, then it can get just about as powerful. Alright, old Class 7 and guest assistants, we'll now begin our search of Stargazer's tower. Our main goal is to reach the ion on the roof and put a stop to its supply of mana. Everyone, give it all you've got!
Understood.
Right.
Yes.
And with that, let us go forth and conquer, to venture, to gain!
Should they fail, that's my cue, I suppose.
So Vita and Crow are here to stop this. But why?
I'd prefer to not miss a chance to stretch my legs a bit, but... Thor's Military Academy, Class 7. Show me just what you can do.
What the heck are they doing? And for that matter, whenever we inevitably do run into them, why are we gonna be enemies?
Right?
Complicated relationship? Awkwardness? Yeah, there's a lot to work out.
But there's no reason for us to be hostile to each other.
On the one hand, there's the whole, well, as long as I'm following the orders of the government, I can't just let you go, but I just don't see why we can't talk this out.
By that token, that might give Crow a reason to be upset at Reen. Like, why are you working for Osborne?
Perhaps so.
He might take it as a personal betrayal.
Actually, that's probably it. I wouldn't say as a betrayal per se, but as long as they are working for the government, they can't let it go. Even though it's one of those weird situations where, frankly, they're going to end up, convincing Reen to stop at some point, or he will himself. It's going to happen, is all I'm getting at. Yep. This place is really impressive looking.
Yeah.
No Pleroma grass all over the place this time.
Thank God.
This is the tower.
What's that weird light flickering at the top? It's mana in physical form. The higher elements must be at work here. I'm impressed it's still this active so long after serving its purpose.
Yes, well, the alchemists of old weren't ones for building anything less than impressive. It made for an apt battlefield between the SSS and, as Damon said, the Stahlritter during the Civil War.
They fought here?
Oh yeah, the chief did say that once. Randy told me about it.
I'm out of the loop of everything.
Duvalie led the charge against him until their lord, Arianrod, made an appearance.
The Steel Maiden. the seventh Anguis of Ouroboros.
I've heard similar stories. Fortunately, we're in the clear. Yeah, if Aryan Rod showed up here and wanted to prevent us from doing something, we'd be prevented. I mean, if you want to use your powers here, I'll back you up. But it's up to you if you actually want to. Thanks, Celine. As long as you don't overexert yourself. All right, loves, let us fly forward. For the record, it also has the same music.
Nice.
There!
What in God's name is
Let's
that?
go!
All who fall under its gaze depart from this world. I depart from this world too, look at that thing. By looking at these creatures, they kind of look like shrimp. Wouldn't you agree?
A little bit, I guess.
They're shrimps that are also giant eyeballs. I want you to think about that for a second. I can't help but be reminded of another game we have played that had a focus on eyeballs, and in which one of the protagonists was a shrimp girl.
Yay! Go, Fire-Eye! Go!
My turn.
And a Cthulhu Fatagan to you too.
This place is weird, man. FYI, I've been running an arts-focused team and just blowing all these guys up with the highest level arts I have.
Now it's my turn.
It's working pretty well.
It's working quite well. Just get these Brave Point loops of Divine Song, Iron Will for EP recovery. It's
Yeah.
pretty excellent. And of course, it will be even better when I have better arts.
What are you talking about, Damon? With Lisa and Emma, you have the finest arts on the team.
Yeah, I was wondering if these guys were gonna be here.
This one's tough. Be careful.
Ha! Some sort of prototype Magic Knight? Whew, we're pretty high up at this point.
Sure, but we're still a ways from the top. It'd be faster without all these monsters. Just what was that armored thing? A type of prototype Magic Knight, maybe, like Billy said? Similar in nature, but no. It was most likely created from alchemy. Yeah, I thought that what you had said about it being a prototype Magic Knight made sense.
But we already know what the prototype Magic Knights are.
Thanks to a black record. Although Magic Knights are also created from alchemy, so take that, Celine!
Erebonia's interpretation of magic is very different from here. So different, in fact, that the Magic Knights and cryptids from the Empire shouldn't even be seen in Crossbell.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why'd we see 3 Magic Knights in the Geofront? And my students fought off an uncertain cryptid just yesterday. The Scarlet Pleroma grass has a similar spiritual power to the Infernal Castle, doesn't it? I seem to remember a certain red member of BSG saying something similar. You should also see the dance that he's doing and the ridiculous facial...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It surely can't be a coincidence.
And you doubted me. I agree, even though, once again, when it comes to magic, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't really doubt you.
It's also eerily like the relationship between Erebonia and Crossbell.
Yeah, that's something that I've been hammering on for a long time. Oh, nobody else noticed? In what way?
Sorry, I was being vague. Crossbell is about to be completely swallowed up by the Empire. It's written clear as day in the 8 Metropolis plan. It's just interesting how the same thing is happening in the world of Mana.
Hey!
I don't want to imagine such a thing.
To what end? What an interesting way to put that. Swallowing up all the mana in Crossbell for the Empire? Perhaps that's what the ions are for, is to collect it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But they don't seem to mind just throwing them away and letting them get destroyed.
It was just a random thought.
Yet the comparison tickles the mind. You must have some thoughts on it, Emma?
No, I can't say I've ever considered it before, but this could explain why Vita came to Crossbell.
To get it for herself? If I recall correctly, blue Pleroma grass started blooming after Crossbell declared its independence. It was only a year and a half after being annexed that the scarlet Pleroma grass had been spotted. There might be something to that. Sort of the spiritual state of the realm. Scarlet Pleroma grass appears to grow as the Empire's influence spreads on a sort of metaphysical level. Could it be? No, that's preposterous. Well, intriguing as it is, it doesn't change our focus here.
Right, let's head to the rooftop. I can't believe I contributed.
It seems like there's even more.
I'm so happy.
I wonder what Olivier was talking about.
It'd be nice if he shared his thoughts with us.
Something to do with the Vermilion Apocalypse, without a doubt. Enemies, they have been dying to Divine Song plus Galleon Fort, Calvary Edge, and Cross Crusade. One enemy, one time, one of the strong enemies got a turn.
And then he missed Machias and Machias counterattacked.
For that matter, I guess there was another strong enemy where two of them walked towards me once. And I guess there was one guy that managed to cast Tyrell. That's it!
We haven't had to heal from anything.
No one has taken damage. We're just nuking everything. Anyway, quit bragging or whatever. Is that some sort of library? Yeah, this part was up here. Also, unlike every other place we've been, Stargazer Tower has actually had a layout change. It's not the same dungeon as it was in Azure.
All these books are so old, I wouldn't be surprised if they're from the Dark Ages. Could they be spell books belonging to the cult here in Crossbell?
That's actually more or less what they were. They could be. With all their behind-the-scenes corruption, they need an archive for their wickedness somewhere. But of course, there was a large bell similar to the one in Central Square on this tower's rooftop. It was used during their ritual and moved to Erebonia after the annexation.
Oh!
They ran off with the bells? Come on! I mean, those bells don't exactly seem like good news, and the one in Station Square is still there, but they actually ran off with Crossbell's bells. You know, it's why it's called Crossbell.
Well, yeah, but if this one's got some sort of evil magic-y thing behind it, shouldn't it be kind of secured?
Yeah, you've got an argument to make. It can go either way. But it's likely this did belong to the cult. Very interesting. And there's the top floor. Let's hurry on then.
I see what look like two giant portals, and I'm thinking of Portal because they're orange and blue. Don't give me that look.
Well, we're not quite at the end, and I also don't see a recovery station, but...
This area does look suspicious, yes.
And here we go. Last one, I think. Right, this should take us to the roof, where presumably Chapter 2 is going to end.
Yeah.
I'd heard from the Guild of a battle taking place here 1.5 years ago. One between the Swift and the SSS. Oh, Duvalie was actually really easy to beat up here. It was the other two that were hard. Really?
Oh, I did hear about the Stall Ritter defending the tower.
That can't be right. We fought Duvalie around the same time in Oryx Fort.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's true. In fact, when Duvalie showed up, this was the time she was with McBurn. When she showed up, she was like, I'm so exhausted from what happened over in Crossbell.
Oh my god! She is the Swift!
Well, she was going back and forth between countries for her battles. Poor girl must have been exhausted.
I don't know how she managed it, really.
That's too much for any one person to do.
She's a hard worker, at least.
No wonder she complains all the time. I suppose nothing is too much when you worship your lord the way she does. Alright then, let's get going. Of course, I hadn't meant to destroy. Well, here it comes. Let's get on with it then. How big is that?
What is this? A very powerful golem, quite possibly an elder.
An elder golem? Oh, joy. No break for us then. All right, guys, get to it. I'll provide support. Class 7, this shall be our last rehearsal before the grand finale, so stay sharp. We'll pave through. Right, let's go. Rah!
A strong enemy. Be careful.
Yeah, it's big. Zero Art's turn, eh? This is nice because I do want Reed around to fight McBurn, and presumably we're going to be fighting Crow.
Right.
So this way I get to actually give the magic team a battle.
Yeah.
Start with a little bit of Speedy, move to a bit of Scopey. Why are they all red?
Oh!
That sucks. Ah, Ah, no!
I need to do something.
This is bad.
That's horrible, and it's about to go again.
Iron Will formation.
Get some damage mitigation. Get everybody to stand the heck back up.
Yes, please.
Healing breath.
Emma might go down, so let's just do this. I wish I could get
Answer my prayers and appear before us.
200 CP version, but you do what you gotta do.
Unfaltering, the lone guardian shield. Elegant, a mirror gleaming in the darkness. Shine, Palace of Eregion.
Yes.
Thank God it's going to take them all their turns to get to us.
Well, that is kind of why I moved this back. These guys are really weak to dark and wind. Well, the Iron Will may have been a bit too much of a panic button. Okay, got it. I'm gonna try doing it like this. I may embarrass myself here, and then when I fight the Enforcers, crush them. That would be funny, but...
Resonate! Divine Song Formation!
Let's get some healing.
Ha! Let my love tenderly embrace you!
Ha ha!
That's awesome.
I appreciate it!
Thank you.
Let's just make sure this doesn't run out. Now let's get inside up.
Shine over us all.
And then I'll get Fortuna, and then I'll start blasting them. Bye-bye, Perfect Guard.
There!
Thanks.
it!
They're down!
I'll see to this.
Oh, and they were convenient enough to get in his... Oh, no.
Who's it gonna hit? It's just gonna hit Machias, right?
I don't know. He might hit all of them.
Well, I can, however, hit them all with this.
And it'll heal him.
Yeah.
There!
This'll help!
I didn't heal him very much.
Thank you.
Woo!
Good job, guys. For crying out loud, Fortuna!
Breakthrough!
Okay, now let's do this for real. For attack and not for buff.
Resonate! Divine Song Formation!
Won't Elisa go down if you don't heal her?
Oh yes, absolutely. She will totally go down if I don't heal her. In fact, I'm pretty much expecting it. I mean, she can't put insight on herself.
Okay, just making sure. I see.
Now, it's magical, so Elisa gets the buff from it.
Oh, nice.
This is my secret weapon. Holy light, gather in my bow. Take this. Gabriel, arrow. Repent for your sins.
Boo! Boo!
Yes.
Oh, I was really expecting them to just take her out, but okay.
Okay, then. My fault for giving them too much credit.
Oh no, no, I had a plan.
Yeah, I guess if you hadn't burned that S-Craft, then they wouldn't be in this situation.
I was straight up expecting her to get mowed down by them, but her Master Quartz is Sophia, which gives her a revive and a CP plus 50, so she even would have ended up in a better shape than she did before.
Just die.
Yeah, I don't really
Leave
like
it to
that,
me.
but that's okay, dude.
He's almost broken anyway. Hum-de-dum-de-dum.
It's my turn.
Yeah, this was pretty much what it was like up until this time. Now with my one last turn of Divine Song.
Yeah.
There!
Good job hanging in there, Elisa. Now cast Fortuna.
Let's go.
Look at Machias' turn. You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying?
You're gonna use Burst Drive.
Uh-huh.
There!
And now it's everyone's turn.
Barrier of time! Break!
Yes. Fire!
May you rest in peace.
This is actually a pretty strong attack.
Fire!
With Fortuna.
It's my turn.
Whoops.
There!
I thought I was...
Now!
Oh, well, I still got him like that.
It's mine!
Accidentally, with Fortuna and his Master Quartz.
We did it, Elisa.
All thanks to you, Emma.
Which powers up magical damage when your hit points are high and Fortuna up. That attack hits really strong, as you can see. For goodness sake, the Magic team's strategy still roasted them, more or less completely no-sailed them. Excellent. And on top of that, Olivier and Machias got a link-up bonus. Damon M satisfied. All right, now I assume we get to save or something before going on the roof? Nice work. Huh, that really wasn't so bad. You guys kicked its butt. But we don't have time to stand around. We need to stop that ion. I'm grateful to have been able to lean on you for this. Won't be for much longer. Are you kidding? You're just about the star of the show.
Not to worry, we're with you all the way. We'll show you what Class 7 is made of.
The other star. I mean, my CP are a little low, it's true. Maybe I'll go fight something. Well, whatever we're gonna do, you'll find out next time, because we done! But next episode should be the beginning of the end of the Chapter 2 events, right?
I'm looking forward to it so much.
It is gonna be so cool.